So start with whatever color paper you want. This is going to set up your weaving. This is going to help you make the loom. So you're going to use your ruler and you're going to mark every inch across the top of your paper or toward the top of your paper. It doesn't have to be exactly at the top. And then somewhere near the middle, you'll do the same thing. Remember, your ruler does not start all the way at the end. And then you'll do that same thing somewhere near the bottom. Again, shouldn't be all the way at the bottom. It's going to make the next step really hard if you do that. So now you're going to turn your ruler and you're going to line it up with 2 of the dashes. You will see it will not reach all 3 of them. So I'm lining it up with the bottom and my bottom 2 dashes, and then I'm sliding it up, lining it up with the top and the top 2 dashes. I will repeat this process for every single mark. So I went ahead and cut my strips so that you didn't have to watch me cut them. And I'm going to set them off to the side. You're going to get a smaller strip of paper. I would do a different color, but you don't have to. And we're going to glue all those long strips on the back of this. So just put a little glue down so that you can fit a couple. I'm going to line it up best I can. I'm going to try to go right over to the edge, and I want to make sure it's sitting pretty straight on there. And I want to leave a tiny gap between them and make sure that my next strip is just as straight as the other one, because otherwise they're going to crisscross. You're going to have a lot of trouble when you try to weave on your paper later. So just do a couple at a time. Make sure you're leaving a little bit of space. If one of your strips is a little crooked, make sure you fix it before it's dry. And you won't use all of your strips, you'll have a few left over. It's going to be different for everybody. It's usually between 2 and 3. So you can see mine are nice and straight. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm ready to start weaving. Again, you get to pick what color you want to weave with. I chose purple to start, and you can start over, but I like to start under. So under, over, pick up your next strip. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. And then I'm going to slide that up as high as I can get it to the top. So my next strip, I'm going to start over, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. So you can see I'm starting to get a checkerboard effect, and I'm still sliding them up to the top as tight as I can get them. So you just start the opposite of how you started the last one. If my purple were next to each other, that means I did something wrong. So once I've got a few in place, I like to glue the ends to make sure that they don't slide out on me since we're using paper. So I go through and I pick up all those purple ends that I can see and put a little spot of glue on them and stick them down. I like to do the front, and then I flip it over and do them on the back as well so that they don't fall out, because that can be really frustrating when you've made this whole weaving and they start falling out.